Alright, welcome back to the final part of Talk, Record, Play. In part 5 we go over the fun stuff. We go over growth and monetization. So a lot of you are interested in potentially turning this into more than just an arm of an existing business or maybe an existing personal brand, but turning it into something that can make money, and it is 100% possible. So in this video I'm not going to tell you everything of how we do it. That is reserved for people that want to join up after this, the Talk, Record, Play Mastermind. So we do have limited spots for that. We will be taking on a few podcasts. We don't want to take on everyone because if we take on everyone we can't help you as much. But for those of you who are interested, I'll just go over briefly today some of the ways that we can help you grow your podcasts. You guys have all the tools and everything you need by this point to do it all yourself and to get it out there. But what is the hardest part of any podcast once you're recording it and you're putting it out there and the audio sounds great is having people find out about it. There's so many podcasts out there and most people give up because no one's listening. It took us a long time to get to 2.5 million downloads and a six-figure company, but we did eventually do it, and these are a lot of the strategies we used. Now, the strategies that you think might work, for example, getting guests to share it or getting big guests on, may seem like the best way to do it. It was in the beginning, but in 2018 it's not a strategy that works anymore. It's simply just a way to deliver great content, but it is not how people find out about you the best way possible. There are many ways that you have to explore, and all of them just add a little bit. What we're going to do is just kindly brief over what happens in Talk, Record, Play Mastermind, and if you guys are willing to invest in your podcast and you are taking it seriously and you do really want to jump on board, you can click the link down below and then we can get in contact with you and see if you're a good fit for the program. But essentially we go over a few different aspects of it. Some of the main ones I've listed here is networking. Networking is how you are going to connect with other podcasts, connect with other influencers in your space to help grow your podcast and grow their businesses as well. This is essential if you want to go on their shows or appear on their Instagrams or have them post about you. This is a critical aspect of being a podcaster and being in the media game. The second thing is designing media kits. So every time you do an episode, you need to create a media kit. This media kit can be sent out to your guest that was on the show. It can be delivered by your own socials or your emails and that sort of thing, but every show needs to come with a media kit. We'll show you how to design and build one of those really easily in the quickest time possible, so that you have lots of shareable content for people to watch and for people to also put out on their platforms. The next thing is making sure that you have great design. So great design and great branding makes you more attractive to the market and puts you kind of that little bit ahead of everyone else. Because there's so many podcasts out there, people are looking for the cleanest, nicest podcasts. If you look at the top 20 podcasts in the world at the moment, they all have great design. And so we show you how we work with our designer to make sure that we get the most consistent branding, the most consistent design out there. The next part is automation. There's a lot of podcasting which can be automated, which can save you a lot of time and focus on this stuff, the growth and the monetization. But it all ties into it together. So we show you the ways that we automate the podcast. Some of it with virtual assistants and then some of it with software and programming. So that's in automation. We're going to be going over social, so obviously Instagram, Facebook, stuff that is also included is the iTunes network as well. So there's lots of stuff in there that we can help build your social media. Sponsors, so this is obviously a big way you can monetize your podcast, is finding the right sponsors, and it's not always them coming to you. That happens at a very, very later stage when you're a lot bigger and people have heard of you for a while. But in the beginning, there are companies that will want to be a part of your journey and your show, and there's ways you can reach out to them and there's ways you shouldn't reach out to them. So we give you some of the email reach out, the phone scripts, the conversations that we've had and the things that have worked with sponsors, so that we get the right companies supporting our brand. And then of course the last aspect of it is building a business out of it. How are you going to create something sustainable, long-lasting? How are you going to continue to help other people, and how can you build a business out of your podcast? So all this stuff is included in the mastermind. This is just scratching the surface. So you'll get weekly access to a Facebook group, you get a Q&A, you'll get into these different areas as topics inside of our school, and we'll deliver videos on them, helping you guys with all the nuts and bolts, all the how-tos of doing these different aspects, and you're going to speak to our team as well, our photographers, our designers, our videographers. They're going to show you how to set these things up well and set you up for success. So if this is appealing to you and this is interesting, then what you need to do is go click down below on the button and register, and we'll get in contact with you and make sure you are a good fit for the program. We do have limited spots, but we do really want to help those of you who can create an amazing podcast. We do want to get it out there. But for some of you, this isn't a good fit, and you know, starting that podcast from parts 1 to 5 is going to be easy for you, and you can get it out there and just grow it yourself. And maybe you come back around to it. Maybe you guys will be an awesome success and grow massive and impact lots of people. We hope you do. And yeah, thanks so much for watching this 5-part series, and I'll speak to you guys very soon.